Fitness news anchor Cheryl Burton scored an exclusive interview with one of the biggest names in Chicago. It airs tonight at 10, and here's a sneak peek of her sit-down with Chance the Rapper, where he talks about equality.
Obviously, I like being good at rapping, and I like, awards and stuff like that is cool, but the most important thing to me is defeating inequality at its roots, and so a lot of the
Hey, Cheryl, good to see you.
Hey, thank you. I'm so honored and blessed. You know, I'm always so excited to come. This is my Windy City family.
Yes, we are.
You guys don't have me on often enough. I like to hang out with you because it's fun.
I called you to co-host with me when this one was out.
Yeah.
I know, but you know, I had
Cheryl?
2 luncheons.
Oh, Lord.
And I had...
You're a busy lady. You are a busy lady.
Little bit, because I'm doing the 4 o'clock, the 5 o'clock, the 7, and the 10 tonight.
Wow.
As well as Windy
Busy.
City.
I hate to tell you, I'm going to be on my couch watching
Right. As long as you watch it. Do you have a box at your home, too?
I wish. Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, well, tell us about this interview. I keep seeing the promo for it.
I mean, he gave me a really inside, private look at his life that the public doesn't often get to see. And what was really cool is that we both started, this particular video is me and him talking about our love for Chatham. Born and raised, I'm at the Super Bowl. We'll get to that a little bit later on. So. Me and 2 of my other girlfriends were on the song. They heavy rotation on the radio, but we'll talk about that. Y'all invite me back.
Okay, for sure.
I got the LP.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I got a lot. Ooh, it's a lot about you.
Okay.
It's a lot that I've done. Okay, because that was before I even did Star Search. So we'll talk about that.
But now I know about the Lovables.
What was no, no, I wasn't a lovable.
Girl, we're supposed to be talking about Chance.
Right, okay.
We're going to lunch.
So anywho, after that, I teased him. I said, I know you need some collaboration, groups. How about me doing some background for you, Chatham lyrics? And so he just started laughing, and then he got very comfortable with me. And then we talked for a very long time. He was very gracious. And I met him at the Harold Washington Library because that was the first time he came back for open mic night. This was something he created with his mentor, brother Mike Hawkins. He passed away a couple of years ago, and he said that Brother Hawkins was the first person who believed he could rap and believed in him. So this is the first time. This is all free for Chicago Public School students. They bring their ID, they get in, and then they perform. Right. And can you imagine being 16-year-old sophomore and Chance the Rapper's on the stage checking you out? So that's how we started, and that's how the evening was. But we went on to talk about so many things. The Grammys. He had not talked locally and publicly about winning the Grammys, and for him, he said, this was amazing because so many people counted him out and said he couldn't do it his own way because, of course, he gave his music away for free. 3 Grammys from the south side of Chicago representing, and it's just it's a Chicago proud.
Right.
And I know he talked about his daughter Kinsley.
Yes, and I will tell you that during that conversation, I asked him a question he had never been asked before in his life.
That's what I see on the promo, and I'm like, what's the question?
You have to pay attention
Give me a hint.
tonight at 10 o'clock.
No hints.
I can't even tell you what it's about.
Well, you can tell. It has to be something about the daughter. I just asked if she didn't answer.
Good hint.
Come on
there
now.
You go.
She's a year old.
There you go.
So,
The other thing is, he did the March to the Polls about getting people out there to vote.
Right. He's about this story. We learned so much that he is connected to Harold Washington and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as well as President Kennedy's family. In the story tonight, you'll find out what his connection to 3 of those great American leaders are to his family and to him, and how it inspired him. Right. So it's in his...
And you have a story tomorrow at 5.
5 o'clock tomorrow is about some other things he has never discussed. I asked him about some future projects coming up. I will tell you that the main focus of those future projects will be deeply rooted on the south side of Chicago. Yes, and he's very specific about the south and west sides of Chicago. And I also asked him who would he like to collaborate.
Count on Chicago's most accurate weather team.